Well, the Black Stars of Ghana will be involved in their last friendly before they go for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And that game is against Wales. Come this Friday is Ghana versus Wales. Now, we're going to look at the players who are likely to be dropped from the 28-man squad, and also we'll be looking at the tactics of Queiroz and how the players are going to fit in. If today is the first time you're watching, say, Eben Media Sports Extra, kindly subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on any sporting content I drop on YouTube. Now, for the Black Stars of Ghana, they played against Mexico. They lost by 2-0, and this is going to be their last friendly before they go for the World Cup, meaning that the expectation will be very, very high with regards to the players and how they need to really convince Queiroz so that they can make it to the final squad for the World Cup. But from where I sit, I think for the outfield players, they do not have any issue with regards to not playing at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, because technically we are permitted to name only 26 players for the FIFA World Cup. And going through the squad, we have 5 goalkeepers. And from where I sit, again, I think that it is likely that 2 goalkeepers will be dropped from the squad. So we have Benjamin Asare, Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Annan, and Solomon Agbasi, and also Paul Riverson. So 5 goalkeepers, and there is no way that Queiroz will go to the World Cup with even 4 goalkeepers. So meaning that it is very, very likely that 2 goalkeepers will be dropped from the squad. So the outfield players are safe. Among the 5 goalkeepers, Paul Riverson, Solomon Agbasi, Joseph Annan, Lawrence Atizigi, and Benjamin Asare. Very, very difficult. Asare has been there a couple of times, was more of a savior during the World Cup qualification. Atizigi has also been there in terms of experience, was at the World Cup in 2022, and he has played for the Black Stars on numerous occasions. And very intermittent. Agbesi, more of a first-timer. Paul Riverson, more of a first-timer. But having watched some of the clips from the Black Stars camp, it looks as if Agbesi is bonding very well with the goalkeeper trainer for the Black Stars, Daniel Gaspar. And for Solomon Agbasi, he has a solid foundation when it comes to goalkeeping, because he is a product of the academy system. He can pass the ball very well. He's comfortable on the ball. He's good with his reflexes. He's also good with his positioning, and also when it comes to communication. So he's a bit complete compared to Benjamin Asare. Asare has proven that he's jittery sometimes. I'm not saying Asare is not a good goalkeeper. No, there is no competition between Asare and Solomon Agbasi, but I'm just giving you fair analysis on their skill set. And Atizigi, he is poor with organization and communication, but he's a good shot stopper. We've not seen too much of Joseph Annan and also Paul Riverson. So if I have to choose 2, I will go in for Joseph Annan and Paul Riverson. So this will be my picks. Paul Riverson, he's young, so he's one for the future. And if he doesn't make it to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, there are numerous competitions coming up. So Paul Riverson and Joseph Annan. Annan, because he has not really convinced me, and he has been given several opportunities, but I think he has not done enough to warrant a spot in the team. So Benjamin Asare, Lawrence Atizigi, and Solomon Agbasi, combined with the rest of the outfield players, Babaraman, Gideon Mensah, Marvin Seneya, Alidu Seidu, Abdul Mumin, Jerome Opoku, Jonas Ajeti, Kujo Pepra, Alexander Jiku, Elisha Owusu, Abdul Fattah Wishahaku, Caleb Renchi, Augustine Boache, Kwesisibo Thomas Partey, and for the forwards, Kalmadin Sulemana, Christopher Bonsuba, Ernest Nyama, Antoine Semenyo, Brandon Thomas Asante, Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams, and Prince Kwabena Edu. Now, when it comes to tactics and the system of Carlos Queiroz, I think Queiroz will go in for the 4-2-3-1 formation. I've touched on that formation several times on this platform. So with the 4-2-3-1 formation, these are the players I think it is very, very likely that they will fit into the system. So for goalkeeping, I will go in for either Lawrence Tatizigi or Solomon Agbasi or Benjamin Asari. Any of the names I just mentioned can be in goal post for the Blasters. For the 4 and 5, Jonas Pepra and Abdul Mumin of Vallecano, Rayo Vallecano. Number 3, Baba Rahman is going to give Gideon Mensah a good run for his money, but I will settle for Baba Rahman. Number 2, Ali Duseidu. In midfield, I'll go in for Thomas Partey and Caleb Renchi, and right in front of the two, I'll go in for Augustine Boache. The number 7 position, I'll go in for Abdul Fattah Wishahaku. Number 11, Antoine Semenyo, and up front, either Inaki Williams or Jordan Ayew. So that makes up the 4-2-3-1 formation and the players who are likely to be deployed in that position. There are few regrets, of course. The absence of Andre Morgan Dede. Some people, they were of the opinion that at least we need to give him that proper farewell, and playing at the World Cup for a last time would have been very befitting to cut ties with Andre Morgan Dede. Also, the absence of Joseph Painstil, who sadly missed out on the World Cup in 2022. Fans were hoping that this time around at least there will be pacification, or we will try and make an amends. But yet again, Joseph Painstil, who plays in the MLS, is not going to be part of the team. And lastly, Derek Kohn. His story is very, very painful because it was recently that he completed his nationality switch.